Hi there, everybody. This is the start of your rehab program. These are going to be home exercises that you can do on a daily basis. And these exercises don't take a lot of time. The more you do them, the actual more efficient you're going to get, the better movement you're going to get, and the less discomfort you're going to have day in and day out. And the reason being is a lot of times we create these new normals over time, and they become part of our motor pattern that can actually contribute to our discomfort. Faulty biomechanics over time do well until you can't compensate anymore. And once you can't compensate, you can't compensate. And that's different for everybody. So what we want to do is you want to create a buffer if there's any structural issues that are happening. We want to help remodel the tissues in a perfect way while we're doing the shock wave, because we're literally setting the stage of the environment to do so. So these exercises I'm going to go through. Feel free to play as many times as you need as a refresher. If you have any questions, you feel free to contact me at any time. But the first exercise is going to be a balance exercise. And I don't care if you're dealing with an ankle, a hip, a knee, low back, any of these exercises with balance are going to be important. So I tell everybody be part of the 2 minute club. Now that's going to take some time, but 2 minutes mean standing on one leg with the eyes open and standing on one leg with eyes closed at 1 minute apiece. Now, obviously, everybody's going to come in at different skill levels. So you just find what you can do at a certain pace that you could do it at. And so the first exercise is literally here and your leg up. Now, if you have difficulty with this, which a lot of you might because you're coming to me because you have an issue itself, then you may need to modify this. Now, having a wall to be able to stabilize yourself, use your fingertips if that's the case, because if you hold on, you're not doing anything. You need to be able to have some type of perturbation. Using in between a doorway is great. You could use both sides, and again, just fingertips, and just you can bounce back and forth. You're going to feel yourself wobbling. And then same thing with eyes closed. I'd much rather you prefer, especially getting started, making sure that you have something to at least secure you. I don't want any falls during this. If getting your arm or your leg up is too difficult, then what you could do is you could just bring your toe back, and that'll give you some balance points too. And so you're still getting the same response, but this is important for not just standing, but any walking maneuvers, because walking is a balance sport. You go from one leg to two legs to one leg, depending on how you're transitioning from the two-leg stance on each step is going to depend on how well you can balance. So secondly, when you do that exercise, I want you to do it in two ways. So balance, if you're starting out just 30 seconds with your eyes open, you could bend or you keep your legs straight. All right. And then bend the knee slightly. So straight is going to add some ankle proprioception to where that ankle thinks it is in space. And those muscles will get haywire around the ankle. If you bend just a little bit, that's going to transition the stress to the knee. And those muscles around the knee are going to learn how to cooperate better. So I would say to get started, 30 seconds with eyes open, 15 seconds with eyes closed. Make sure you have some stability or something to be able to at least catch yourself if you fall off balance. Secondly is going to be on a wall, and you're going to just have your feet out about a foot apart. This could be anywhere. This exercise is so simple. It just takes probably about 30 seconds or even less to maneuver. And all you're doing is you're pushing your heel into the ground. Let me just transition this so you can see. You're pushing your heel into the ground and you're tightening up that knee and then clenching your butt cheeks together. And what that'll do is that's going to help contract all the muscles around the hip and then what's called the posterior chain, which is the muscles in the posterior, which will help relax the hip flexors, put you in a better posture position, and coordinate all the muscles that are supposed to fire and secure each one of these joints. So you're going to do that 2-second hold. Now, that foot is not coming up, it's staying on the ground. That toe is not coming up, it's staying on the ground. All you're doing is you're pushing your heel into the ground and then 2-second holds and relax. I would do this 4, 5, 6 times on one side and then continue on the other side and make sure that that you're getting that same feeling on both sides. You want some symmetry. Secondly, or thirdly, actually, the third exercise is one that you could be sitting down for. And this one is very inconspicuous. You could do this throughout the day, having a conversation with someone. They won't even know you're exercising. And that's bringing the heel onto the knee. And now you're not pushing down on the knee, but what you're doing is you're contracting the glute muscles. And so as you contract, relax, contract, relax. And at first, you might throw your whole body into it. But eventually, once you have that feeling of contracting those muscles, then that's going to allow you to get those guys working at any time that you need to. And these are important muscles because they're mobilizing muscles, where the low back is stabilizing muscles, and a lot of that, the firing patterns reverse. And so you want to be able to have proper coordinated muscles to do the work that they're supposed to do, because that'll create a stronger stability and take stress off the joints. If you have an issue with getting your knee all the way up to, or you get your foot all the way up to the knee, then you can put it right on the shin. Let me show you what that looks like here. You can put it right on the shin and do the same thing. All right. And what that'll do is that'll create more range of motion in the hips. So eventually you can move up the shin until you could actually get that foot on the knee. These three exercises are fantastic starts to making sure that you're creating a stronger foundation, so that way any movement patterns or anything that you want to do will have a better stability as you do them. The whole idea is to take stress off the joints through better movement, and that'll allow you to do the things that you want to do with less pain. All right, guys, that's your first set of exercise. We'll touch base again, but carry on. Like I said, feel free to give me feedback, questions if you do have any. But I'm enjoying working with you guys. Carry on. All right.